Welcome back to another video. Saw this post, and sometimes I'll browse this subreddit, the MGTOW subreddit. There are sometimes some pretty good gems in there, some interesting posts that I want to cover. Today I'm going to cover an interesting post, and you might be surprised at what I end up saying, but we'll see. Maybe not, we'll see. Let me say, MGTOW, not really my thing unless you are of the variety that lifts weights, that makes money, that has their shit together, and I guess just opts out of dating women. Or maybe you've dated women and have 6 kids and you're just done playing the game. I'm okay with that, I guess, from an opinion standpoint. I don't really like this whole MGTOW where you guys literally just sit and play video games all day and don't do anything with your lives. That's loser shit. Anyway, saw this post, and I want to read it, and then let's break down my opinion and views on it. Okay, so guy posts, hardcore delusion. Woke up to this. It means mic drop. I'm out. And yes, he actually did do that at his farewell presidential speech. I was willing to overlook your video game obsession. I was willing to overlook the fact that you're a Republican. I was even willing to overlook the fact that you had, on a few separate occasions, insinuated that I'm not as intelligent as you, which, for the record, I was making a choice not to argue or get too upset about anything you were saying, so I'm sure I did appear to be uninformed or not educated on certain topics. Because 3 weeks after you meet someone isn't the time to argue over politics and religious ideologies. I was willing to overlook the fact that you clearly have a shopping addiction. Like, seriously, bro? You'd have the money to pay for your rent and other shit without borrowing from others or yourself if you stopped buying shit every day. It's absolutely irresponsible to borrow against your upcoming paycheck just to turn around and buy shit you don't really need. I was also willing to overlook some of your more odd comments and the randomness at which you would ask things. But the fact that you made a reference earlier in the day about me being not that deep, then turning around and calling me a name based solely on my previous weight is absolutely the most shallow thing I've ever heard in a long time. Allowing one thing that went wrong in your day to affect you at such a level you can't even recognize how much of an ass you're truly being is not good, dude. You're clearly not mature enough to handle a full-blown relationship with a single mother. I'm playing on a whole different field than you when it comes to dating. I'm not trying to be out here teaching mofos how to take care of themselves and act like a grown-up. You really should try hooking up with the girl on Facebook that was clearly into you. I think she'd be more compatible for you. You're not a bad guy at all. You're just not at the maturity level I need a man to be at. I'm over here owning my home, raising children, working hard to maintain a good life for them. I'm not at the stage of life that I can just play video games and spend most of my time and money on stuff just because I want to. We're just on 2 separate playing fields. I wish you all the luck in finding someone, and seriously, try that girl. I think you'd really be surprised at how compatible you are. Okay. So, first things first, guys, don't date single mothers. Just don't do it. They made the choice. They made a mistake. And I guess the only circumstance really is if that husband died. That boyfriend, that husband. They got married, they had a family, and if he died, natural causes, just some accident, then I suppose that is a healthy widow that could be considered. But most of the situations are not like that. The dad or dads are out there, and you definitely don't want to be in a situation like that if you can help it. This guy, though, he is a loser. He's posting this on the MGTOW subreddit. Like, I'm not gonna just throw shade at this woman. This guy is a loser too. And even though he has probably similar political beliefs to me, she calls him out for not being able to pay rent. I mean, for fuck's sake, like, guys, pay your rent. I mean, that is ridiculous. Seriously, she's totally right when she says, stop buying crap you don't need so you can pay your rent. And then borrowing against your upcoming paycheck. I mean, that's just ghetto shit. This guy is probably just some ghetto trash. I'm going to just talk shit about this guy right now. Like, these are the check cashing systems where, like, you go and, like, they basically verify your employment. They charge you a huge fee, and then they basically give you your paycheck like 5 days in advance, but you're gonna end up turning in your whole paycheck to them and then some. Like there's like it's like a huge scam. They have them all over the shitty areas of America. You'll never see one of those businesses in a nice area. They're all in the bad areas. They're like a big time predatory lending thing for ghetto people. But that's what this guy's doing, right? He's borrowing money on his future checks because he's got some seriously bad spending habits. Of course, he posts this to this sub where dudes are like into it, but I'm just going to tell you, I commented and I told him to pay his damn rent and to stop dating single mothers. With a post like this, with a question, when you get an essay from a woman like this, guys, honestly, just ignore it or respond with the one letter K, and that's it. Do not lower yourself to this by responding with a page of text back or going into a woman's frame by actually arguing with this. Just completely ignore it or just text back the letter K. But yeah, this is a dude that I wouldn't want to be friends with. This dude does not have his life together at all. But who is this woman to be dating this guy anyway, who she clearly thinks and knows is a loser? Someone who obviously makes bad choices and has kids to prove it. Don't date single moms, but don't be a fucking loser either, okay? Don't be this guy. See ya.